Welcome back to another video, friends. I am Emily, otherwise known as Shamanism. You can call me anything, just don't call me late for dinner. Welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. So today, I'm actually filming this on 11/11, which if you are into the woo-woo like me and some of my friends, then you understand the potency, the portal that today is. And so I thought to myself, hey, you know what would be cool, self? Now, many of you might think, maybe you'll understand where I'm coming from with this and the value of this. However, point of this that I'm like dancing around saying is, I have decided that for the channel, I am going to reignite something that I had started, gosh, in the very beginnings of the channel when I was just a wee baby. Not that I am any kind of like YouTuber yet or anything. However, this was something that I had started in the beginning and then honestly gave up on myself and gave up on the dream of it, and I'm sad about that. So that is something that I actively was like, no, 11/11 is a time to start anew, to start things that I do want to get going positively. And this is a dream that I always wanted to have in the channel. So the 365-day project was something that I had tried to start. I say tried because at that point I just wasn't in the headspace or any space or consistency space to be able to do something like a consistent 365-day vlog thing. So, but what that was intended to be was exactly that, was a 1-year tracking of my life. So if you're here and you already think that it's selfish, well, you don't have to stay and watch this. I just wanted to let you all know that starting today, 11/11, is the first episode of I guess what you could call the, perhaps what I will call it, 365-day redux, because as of today, this is day 1 of 365 of me vlogging every single day of the year, purely, really for selfish reasons, I suppose, to track really the wins that I've made, because that's something that I honestly am not that great at doing, counting my wins and celebrating them even, or even celebrating for long. And so in an effort to show myself as well as hopefully as well as also offer any insights that come to me during the course of a year, which I am sure that there will be some, because I get insights a lot, honestly, from the universe. And I finally decided too for myself that it's enough being in the closet, even though that's kind of hilarious because I haven't been in the closet since I was like a teenager. Anyway, that's another story for some other time or whatever. It's actually not even a story, but point is, I am, for my own self, and hopefully also for the value of others who may come across any of these coming 365 videos for the next year, to just track my life, the progress of my life, the insights I've come to, the changes that happen within me. I don't know, any relevant like big events. I don't want to manifest any not so great stuff, so I'm not going to even list off any potentials of those. However, you know, events that would, I was going to say marking, and that's a really redundant thing, but the point is they merit marking or keeping track of in one's year. So here I am in this very short video for today to just say, hey, if you're seeing this on 11/11, cool. Thank you for starting this brand new project back up with me. This is going to be a vlog. By the way, when the season's, it's kind of comical that I'm starting this up again now, and yet it's not only about the gardening, it will be about me and my development and what I learn and what I share in spirituality and anything, honestly, interesting that I come across, cool instruments, plant meditations that I'm making, which I know, guys, I know. I still need to show you the tool that I'm using to make those plant meditations because it's so fun. Side tangent to that, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that over the winter. I think I'm going to be getting really intimate with my couple of houseplants because if you guys happen to know, I live in New England, which, you know, we get a lot of snow in the winter, which means nothing's really growing outside. So there's, for lack of sounding strange about it, there's no leaves to tap because there's really nothing alive, at least externally. So we'll see. That actually could be really interesting too, because I'm curious. This is like a question that I have for a future video for me to make if you guys are also interested in it, is whether the same plants sing the same type of song or whether they sing identical songs, or whether every single plant that exists, regardless of whether it's the same species, sings the same song. Yes, these are all questions that I have in my head. And I hope to answer them with you. That is the other reason, by the way, that I am doing this 365-day project, because I honestly, in a day, come across a lot of just random things. Random stuff happens to me, and interesting things, sometimes funny things, and I have a lot of insights. So I just thought, you know what, enough keeping that to myself. Because for one, some other people might also find some of the funny predicaments funny. And just two, to encourage myself with love, to really, and this sounds very like new age hippie, which I am, I guess, but to really encourage myself to love and embrace and allow myself that I want to step into, as showing that life can be easy, it can be fun, it can be heart-centered and fun and kid-like and playful, and all of these crazy things that we believe we were, well, let me rephrase that. All these crazy things that we were taught to believe as we were children, that were innocent and believed that magic was true, was all just like smooshed out of us. And as we grow up, it's actually a process of relearning that, oh no, actually, the way life can work is it can be really fun. You can spend your time in things that light you up and make you happy in your joy. And that can be the way that you move forward. Like, I can't tell you guys how long it was that I spent not believing that that possibility of possibilities, if that makes sense. You know, it's like think of it as a multi-choice novel, you know, from when I was a kid. I don't know when you were a kid. We had those, when I say a pick your own novel thing, but I mean like the books where you would come to a point and it would be like, you can do this or you can do this. And weirdly, it would be like, if you're doing this, turn to chapter like 5 or whatever, and you'd like go to that section of the book, there'd be another decision, those kinds of things. So today I am showing up for my first day for myself, for you guys, because I'm sure there will be a lot of insights coming from either Pachamama herself, from the plants, or from me, from not from me specifically necessarily, but I mean from the universe through me. And I'm just kind of excited to see where the year is going to take us. There's a lot, honestly, guys, that I have to share with you that I still haven't shared. So I'm kind of really excited about this project. I'm insanely excited about this project because it just gives me the creative permission. Side note, a shout out and many thanks to my friend Life by Lucy. I think that's her channel name. Gosh, I'll have to check myself, but I will link her down below too, because she recently, well, maybe I shouldn't speak for her. However, I feel like she kind of had a rebirth of herself recently, and she also sort of did this on her channel. And it was so, so wonderful to watch her embrace her real self rather than, say, making videos for the sake of the views or for the sake of, you know, the titles that we have to do for the algorithms. That is the third reason that I am doing this project, because I, for way too long in my life, have been censoring myself, and like further into that, have not allowed myself to be present and share what I have to share with people. And I just don't feel like, this sounds really self-centered, I just don't feel like being censored anymore. There's so much fun out there. There's so much joy to be had. And frankly speaking, my mission, at least a part of it as I understand it now, is to lift people up with comedy whenever I possibly can, to allow people to be heard, which, side note to the side notes that I'm leaving, if you want to work with me, just reach out. I respond to messages on Instagram. I will sometimes respond. I will get better about responding to comments, because quite honestly, I hadn't looked at them because it used to depress me back in the day. The energy we're coming forward with is that this channel will become a safe space and place, if it's not already, for many minds of many varieties, any colors, any sexualities, any kinds of people from anywhere, and have this awesome collective of positivity. As long as we're all on the same page of love and positivity and uplifting the world, then I'm calling in my soul tribe, you know? So this is like partly the first episode, and it's partly my declaration to both you guys and myself and my commitment for this coming year, which is kind of exciting. I feel like I'm starting the new year, but I'm starting it on 11/11 instead of December, well, you know, December 31st, January. So thank you, first of all. If you've made it this far, thank you for hanging in there with me. I know it was a little bit scatterbrained. I have so many thoughts. That was, I think, what I was saying before. I have so many video ideas that I've actually written down. So yay, because I get to dig into those, and you guys will also get to dialogue with me. Like, I'm excited about that, because also with this project, I'll be looking at my channel a lot more, which means that I'll be able to interact with you guys a lot more than I have been. I was just flailing, guys, in a lot of ways, trying to make something of my life, and I finally realized that the way that you actually make I'm using that word in these on purpose, things happen is by not making them happen. It's by allowing everything, allowing yourself to play, allowing yourself to be free, allowing yourself to not have to be on a timeline. I could go on, I really could. So I am beyond excited for the year ahead. I have no idea what it will bring for me or for you guys, but I know that it will be good things, many, many good things and many insights. And also, just while I mention it, in case you're all any of you are panicking, I will still be bringing meditations through when I feel aligned. It's not just all the time. It will be when I myself am genuinely like moved to bring you a sound healing with my singing bowls, or my hand pan or whatever it is that I might use in the future. I'm not going to limit myself to that because it could be hecking anything. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the community that we're going to be creating here, the dialogues that we'll have, the places we'll explore, the things that we'll be sharing. I have so many crazy stories to even tell. And my hope is that at the end of this year, I will A, see my progress, and B, along the way, we'll have helped at least one single human. Because this is something that I respect about YouTubers, and we're talking YouTubers who are actual YouTubers, not just little nano influencers like myself. People like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, right? Good people, good folk. I was recently listening to Jacksepticeye talk about mental health, and I really respected the fact that he spoke about it because look, guys, mental health is, in my opinion, not that easy to talk about. And also a point that he brought to the front, which I agree with, is that it's like not talked about enough either. Like it really should be normalized because people, I don't really know how else to put it. Everybody deserves to be heard. And I'm so glad that there are things like crisis lines and stuff available, because when people feel that, it's just, mental illness is in a lot of places. I don't even want to call it illness though. I used to have a phrase I had developed for it. I can't remember it nowadays, but it really is just a coping mechanism that we develop. Mental illness isn't. It's a survival strategy that people use to survive a really difficult time. So I have always struggled to call it mental illness because it isn't an illness. It's quite literally the polar opposite of an illness. That is you and your brain doing your best to survive the situation, whatever it is, right? So anyway, there are two influencers who I respect, not only because they make people laugh and they bring levity to things, but also because they talk about some of the real stuff that they deal with. Because people know them not just as the funny guys who play games, but also as the guys who, talk about serious subjects like what's going on in the world or their own mental health. And I have a lot of respect for that. So I'm excited for what could come from this collaboration between me and you guys and the universe. There will be many more meditations to come. That, I think, was the point I was making. I will still be bringing them to you. Do not worry. There will still be fire meditations coming. Also, you'll be seeing me every single day for vlogs because I just want to track a year of my progress. Again, like I had originally said, and yeah, that may seem selfish to you, but it isn't just for me. It's also for anybody that it could help coming across this at any point in time. Because as scary as it could be, the fact that almost anything you put online and on the internet is potentially there forever, that is also a cool thing, because it means that if you're putting something out there with positive intention and positivity and love and for the general intention of well-being of humanity, that will only continue to spiral and build energy as it grows through time, whoever sees that. So they will be aligned with that vibration. So this has been a long waffle. I'm excited for the future to see what this will bring for all of us, where this will go, how much music this will involve or not involve, and what's going to come through. So very exciting times. I actually did also buy a mic to take you guys with me into different places, and so that you're not always necessarily talking to me here at home. So thank you once again. If you've made it this far, I really do appreciate it. Oh my goodness, how I talked for this long, I don't know. I doubt very much that this will be so long every day, but my commitment to you and to myself is to be here every single day. The amount of time isn't important. It's that I am authentically bringing my self-expression to you every single day. And if I have any wisdom to share, wisdom, to share that I'm sharing that. So have a beautiful, what is today even, rest of your week. It's Monday today when I'm filming this. Happy 11/11 if you happen to see this on the actual day of. May you manifest everything that you wrote for intentions, or anything you scripted, or anything at all that is positive for the upliftment of humanity. If you made it this far, thank you so much for being with me. Maybe I'll go forward in love. Love and light. Have a beautiful rest of your day, rest of your week, evening, night, whenever it is that you're seeing this. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Lots of love. And namaste. Bye. Have a blessed evening. Have a blessed morning, day, whenever it is. Have a beautiful rest of your week. I don't know what point I was making before about Markiplier or him, other than, and now I forgot my point about it, but totally lost my point. Well, anyway, dang, what was my point about that? Because, but we won't go there. That's not energy for here. That was interesting timing.